This is Jay Arrera,
hey guys.
VP of Technology here. So I guess we'll just get started. Start posting questions and we'll ask along the way. But in 10 words, explain your job at Instant Action.
This was like the hardest question of them all. This is like just 10 words. So I'm going to cheat. I'll do it in less than 10 words and then I'll explain myself for the next half hour. In 10 words or less, I make 200 good ideas a reality. That's the idea is that there's coming from the forums and internally from employees, there's no shortage of things we could do on the site, things we could do with the games, and I kid you not, we have lists of hundreds and hundreds of things to do. And that's my job, to figure out how to parse those 100 and put them in an order and figure out how we're going to actually build it and get it all done. So that's my job in a nutshell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the video I was looking at.
Sweet.
Yeah. Somebody said 10 words or less.
Yeah, see, I said 10 plus. I cheated. That's how I roll.
No live questions yet, so we'll just keep going. Hikaru asks, minimalism and simplicity seems to be the fashion nowadays. The look of Instant Action is pretty complex and text-filled. Are there any plans on an interface update?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's two parts to that. So there's going to be some small changes. We're constantly looking at what features people are actually using, and we actually just did a usability test, and we had some results that were not surprising and some results that were, and we are taking that feedback, and we are going to be making some changes to the UI. I don't think that people who are pros on the site are going to be totally shocked at the changes, but they should be definitely improvements to make the site easier to navigate and simpler. The second part of that is that now we've been live now for almost 6 months. Yeah. Longer. 9. Well, depends on whether you close beta or open beta. True. Yeah. So see how I did that?
Yeah.
And the point is that we've learned a lot about how we've implemented the site so far, and so we're in the process of designing a major overhaul. And that major overhaul is not going to happen quickly. We want to make sure that we do it right, and the design is very simple and clean, and so we're definitely working on that.
Okay. No questions from the live people yet.
Speak up, people.
I know, right? It's like, this is your one chance.
Then I go back to my hole.
Neon Ox wants to know if they will ever be able to choose a theme or color for Instant Action.
Maybe. It's something we're talking about. We would like to be able to do it. It's not technically hard. It's not a high priority for us. So it's on our list of things to do for the major overhaul. Right now, if we were to do themes, it would be a real pain with the way we've designed the site. But with the new site design, it's going to be relatively trivial, and so we might be able to work something out.
How many people are part of the web dev team, or Instant Action in general?
Well, there we go. So, straight answer is there's 11 web developers. That includes front-end web. It also includes the plugin developers and also the SDK, which is the interface between the games and the web. But that's just dev. That doesn't include the designers, the project managers, QA team, and the operations team. So the whole team working, like my whole team is about 30 people, including all of that. So getting back to what I do in 10 words or less, I'm responsible for dev, QA, project management, and ops. And it's about 30 people.
And there's the marketing side.
And then there's everybody else. So
a lot of people.
A lot of people. It is not a trivial effort making a site like this.
Are there any features that people can be looking forward to in the coming weeks that you can talk about? That
I can talk about, yeah, that I don't have to kill anyone. By the way, when Ian and James are on the podcast saying that if they speak about something that will be killed, I do be killing.
That's what we're afraid of.
So if you've been on the forums or on the blog, no surprises, East Coast dedicated servers very soon. So there's a lot of people excited about that. What you may or may not be aware of is that we're not looking at just the East Coast, West Coast. Guess what I learned this week?
What?
There's other countries.
Stop.
And So I'm actually looking at talking to other people and in other countries to find hosting partners. So I was thinking about this, and what I'll probably do is post the server specs up on the forums. And if anybody has a server that they're willing to give us root access to, or they know a hosting partner, then we can talk about setting up more dedicated servers around the world.
All right. That's good.
Then, of course, very soon, Mac Open Beta. Despite the fact that we're all using Macs here, we will have Mac Open Beta here very soon. And then I think a lot of people have seen the game demos coming up for Lore, Blur, and Ace of Aces, and those are going to be happening very soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there's a lot of stuff happening very soon.
Yeah, and if you want into those private betas, just head to the forums. We're collecting names, so do that. We actually have a live question. So, are there? I don't know if you can actually answer this one, but are there any general plans regarding the advertising of instant action? Apparently, we need more players to get this going.
General plans, kind of a vague question. So
I know.
I'll say yes, there are general plans.
Yeah.
That might be a good segue. We can talk about legions because that's the question that everyone wants to know.
Go.
All right. So we announced our plan for doing the pre-order for legions and the monetization for legions. And I don't think it comes to anybody's surprise that we're trying to find a way to sell games online. Go figure. But I think the universal feedback that we got, some of it was constructive and some of it wasn't, was that people aren't ready to buy legions yet. And so we took that to heart and we said, all right, well, let's focus on making it what people want to and finishing up the rest of the classes. We've got the Outrider and the Sentinel now out there. We've got 6 more maps on the way. So there's a lot of features left to implement within legions and within the site as a whole. Also, I think that kind of one of the lessons we learned out is that we need to do things like this, about doing a better job of articulating what is coming with the platform as a whole. Yeah. And so we're doing that. We're doing a pause and we're saying, all right, let's work on the content, the integration of features. And the reason why it's a segue from advertising is we've already got the ads out there. And so we are going to continue to optimize ads, ad placements, making sure that they're not intrusive to gameplay, but that people are out there because we do want to earn some money. We got to pay for the Big Macs, and so advertising is the least intrusive way of doing that, while everyone can play the game and we can continue to add to it.
Cool. And I actually got a follow-up question on the advertising thing. He's talking about like TV spots and gaming magazines.
Yes.
Dee?
Yeah, you want to take that one?
Sure. So we actually have a fairly large marketing budget that will be ramping up all the way through the end of FYO or 2008 in its term. And then we will be pushing other objectives with the release of some of the features that I know Jay's going to be going over. But you'll start to see us in some more press vehicles. We have a small PR initiative going right now, but with the introduction of a few more games that we're going to be introducing, we're going to see a little bit more press around there. So hopefully that will get some more players on the site for you. And we have a variety of affiliate networks that are running ads for us right now. So I know Ian gets inquiries about ads he sees other places. And,
oh yeah.
They should be popping up more and more in more and more places as time goes on.
But I have to say the best ads are fan ones.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And if you guys have advertising ideas for us, send them our way. I know you guys have done some cool contests with.
Somebody actually mentioned in the forums, I think it was today, that we should hold. Well, they were talking about the video for instant action on the main page. We should hold a contest to have the users create videos.
That's actually a great idea. Yeah, and flash ads too. We always need flash ads. If any of you guys want to create a flash ad for
Yay.
us.
I like stickman art.
Yeah, exactly.
It works. It gets the point across.
Yeah,
It does.